harnessing the power of emotional intelligence for success. Emotional intelligence is a leadership skill, and a lot of people don't think of emotional intelligence as a leadership skill, but it really is. These days, so many people are looking for authenticity, empathy, and transparency in their leaders, and that takes more than technical agility. It requires emotional intelligence. So today I'm going to talk about why all of this matters as a leadership competency. So if you are a leader, if you have a leader, or if you ever aspire to be a leader, this video is specifically for you. I'll give you all of that in just a minute, but first check and see if you're a subscriber here, and if not, it's easy to do and it's free. So click that subscribe button and the bell so that you learn when we drop videos like this to simplify your life and give you lower stress. I'll be right back.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
What does it take to make a great leader? When that question is asked, oftentimes we hear just some catchphrases thrown out, and they're not wrong, but great leaders are much more than like decisiveness, charisma, integrity, strategic thinking, analytical thinking, skilled communication. Those things are great. I mean, objectively, yes, you need to be able to master all of those technical hard skills. They're highly valued, and you either have them or you don't, and you can develop them. But what we're talking about today is harnessing the power of emotional intelligence so that you can be a stronger leader. And you're not a leader if you're in a management position. You're a leader if you are on this earth and anyone ever looks at you. That is a leader. We have learned through the pandemic and all sorts of other changes that we've gone through in our society that leaders have to be better than just their technical skills. You know, the most successful leaders recognize the importance of authentic engagement, and then they harness that power when they're relating with their staff or their membership or their stakeholders or whomever it might be. Authentic engagement might sound a little squishy, maybe new age or trendy, but that concept is significant because it describes a thoughtful and profound way of just showing up. When you show up with a certain way, with a certain energy in a certain manner, then it informs your relationship to yourself, it informs you of your relationship to others, and then to the world as well. It's a way of showing up that when harnessed, it allows leaders to really be the best version of themselves, and that allows them to experience better outcomes. So what should you focus on if you say, okay, I'm in, I want to be an impactful leader, even if it's just leading myself in this world or leading my children or leading my pets or whomever. I want to be a better leader for everyone who's in my little microcosm of the universe. Then invest in emotional intelligence. I'm going to tell you several things that you need to think about, read about, look at, and work on trying to develop. In order to be culturally competent, we need to develop our emotional intelligence. So stakeholders, anybody who has an interest in your life, they expect leaders to confront topics with courage and compassion and resilience, and that's all part of it. So just to start your journey in emotional intelligence for leadership, I'm going to talk about 4 emotional intelligence qualities that you can really start with. First is self-awareness. This just means exploring and opening yourself up to learning about who you are. It's an insightful exploration of self-discovery, accessibility, depth. So as a leader, it can help you explore blind spots and be more open to hearing and seeing yourself through the eyes of other people. This is where I am very useful to my clients as an executive coach to help increase their level of self-awareness. Sometimes when a company will bring me in to coach someone and that person didn't make the choice to be coached, they're just told they're going to be coached. This is probably the most difficult step that we have, is kind of getting them to the point where they want to come to the table and see the true story about themselves. But when they do, and when they open up to that, it is transformative. The second quality is curiosity. Curiosity basically just means that you are open and willing to exploring the world, connecting with others, and being a student of life wherever you are in your life. So it doesn't really matter what place you are in your life, if you're very young, if you're very old, if you're switching careers, if you're a seasoned professional. Radical curiosity facilitates human connection and relationship building. And as a leader, it can really improve your communication skills, your listening skills. It helps you be more transparent, which then increases your capacity for trust and deep relationships. It also increases your capacity for compassion, and it enhances your ability to participate in appropriate levels of self-disclosure. If you are curious with others, true curiosity, you're coming to a conversation, you're coming to the table not in order to respond, you're coming in order to absorb. Curiosity is very powerful, very, very powerful. And I think if you think about it in that way, coming to a conversation to absorb and not necessarily to respond, and you think of people who have treated you that way, you felt good. In those exchanges, they felt good to you, and they felt good for a reason. Because the person was being curious. They were authentically interested in you, your viewpoint, your thoughts. The third quality that we want to talk about today is empathy, and that is being able to recognize, understand, and share the thoughts, feelings, and experiences of other people. When you're when you have empathy, when you're empathizing, you are facilitating sharing. When empathy is at the forefront of your intention, you are participating from a truly authentic place. It lets a leader experience another person's viewpoint and then promotes the ability to meet that person where they are, and then also meet the needs of them, the staff, membership, stakeholders, whatever, to feel seen, heard, and valued. Now think about those three words. Empathy allows you to help others feel seen, heard, and valued. How does it feel to you when you feel like someone has seen you, like truly who you are, heard truly what you're saying, and value your input? It feels really good, right? So don't you want a leader who instills those feelings in you? So through exploring how to increase your empathy, you then instill those feelings in others. You're not appointed a leader, by the way. You're elevated to leadership. And so people who can really harness the power of empathy are raised to leadership positions by the people who are around them. All right, and the fourth quality that we're going to talk about today is vulnerability. Vulnerability is a willingness to be open, to show weakness, knowing that by admitting weaknesses, you're actually opening the door for strength, and then to admit when you've made a mistake. There's nothing worse than a leader that will not admit that they were wrong. Admit that you're wrong, and then open that up. Show it as strength among weakness or amid weakness, so that your team can then come in and complement that and strengthen you. You strengthen them, they strengthen you. It's this beautiful, courageous cycle that happens just by bringing vulnerability to the table. Courageous vulnerability promotes trust building and genuineness. Authenticity is just a byproduct of it. It shows a leader, it shows the leader's human side, really, and allows them to be freed up from the pressure to always have the right answer. You don't want to be that kind of leader. I can't say anything unless it's the right thing. No, gosh, that's too much stress. No. If you are authentically vulnerable, courageously vulnerable, then you will truly be a powerful leader when leadership finds you. If this short tutorial on how to begin your journey increasing your emotional intelligence so that you can be an impactful leader has helped you at all, give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you know the next time that we drop a video like this to give you an easier life with more happiness and lower stress. See you next time.